Let's meet in a tabletop position and do a few rounds of cat-cow flow to warm up our spines. So on an inhale, you're gonna drop your belly towards the floor and look up. And on an exhale, you're gonna round your spine into a cat. Inhale, drop your belly towards the mat. And exhale, drop your belly towards the spine. Inhale, lift your sitting bones and your chest towards the sky. And exhale, round your back like a cat. Inhale up. And exhale, round your back. Inhale, shoulders away from your ears. And look up. And exhale, round your spine. Sit back on your heels, and on the next inhale, you're gonna come into Cobra pose and open your chest. Exhale, come into cat pose. Inhale, chest towards the sky, and exhale, sit on your heels. Inhale, come into Cobra, baby Cobra, and exhale, round your spine. Inhale, chest open, and exhale, sit back on your heels. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, come into cat pose, round your spine. Inhale, come into tabletop with a neutral spine. On the next inhale, lift your right leg up and your left arm up and keep them parallel to the floor. And exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Inhale, lift your leg and arm, and exhale, bring them together. Inhale up, and exhale, round your spine. Inhale up, and exhale, round your spine. Inhale up, and exhale, bring your knee towards your chest. And then come into neutral position, and we'll do it on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg and right arm up, and exhale, let them meet in the middle. Inhale up, and exhale, round your spine, engage your core. Inhale up, and exhale, round your spine. Inhale up, and bring your nose towards your knee energetically. You can now lay down on your back, put your soles of your feet together, your knees are apart, and let's do a few crunches in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. Engage your core and lift yourself up and down. Your belly stays on the ground, so it's only your upper belly working here. Remember to breathe while you're doing the crunches. Now close your legs like a book. And next, unless you are very flexible in your hamstrings, you can grab a strap or a belt and use it for a Supta Padangusthasana pose. Lay flat on your back, grab the belt. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. And exhale, wrap the belt around the arch of your left foot. Grab the belt and on an exhale, lower your left leg to the side. Your right foot and your right upper thigh are pressing towards the mat. Both legs are active and engaged. Stay here and breathe for 5 breaths. On the next inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky, and on an exhale, release the leg. Now let's do it on the other side. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Wrap the strap around your right foot, and on an exhale, lower the right foot to the side. Now stay here and breathe for 5 breaths. Again, your left leg should be active. Your left foot is flexed, and your left upper thighs are pressing towards the mat. Both legs engaged and active. You can look to the sky. On the next inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky, And on an exhale, release both legs down to the floor. We're going to meet you in front of the mat for a few rounds of Sun Salutation B. So on the next inhale, come into chair pose. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back into plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down on your knees. Inhale into baby cobra. Open your chest. And exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes to the front of the mat. Go into warrior one pose. And exhale, do a chaturanga or lower down on your knees. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Open your chest and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes to the front of the mat. Come into warrior one pose. And exhale, do either chaturanga or lower down on your knees. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now take 5 breaths in downward facing dog. Remember your alignment. Remember your spine should be neutral and long. Shoulders away from your ears. Your heels are drawing towards the mat energetically. And your neck is relaxed. On the next inhale, you're gonna step towards the front of your mat and come into halfway lift with a straight spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come into chair pose. And exhale, hands in front of your chest in Tadasana. Do another round. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga or down on your knees if chaturanga is not in your practice. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, warrior one on right side. And exhale, chaturanga or lower down on your knees. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes to the front of the mat, warrior one. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now remember, when I say chaturanga, if that is not in your practice, you lower yourself down on your knees. Do what feels comfortable for your body. I'm here to give you the general clues, but always listen to your body and don't push yourself if your body is not ready for a movement. On your next inhale, you can roll yourself into plank position and stay here in plank. Keep your plank strong. Engage your core, shoulders away from your ears, and your shoulders are protracting actively. Your legs are engaged, your core is engaged. Now stay here and breathe for one more breath. Inhale and exhale into a downward facing dog. Now inhale, step or jump to the front of your mat, halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come into chair pose, and exhale, Tadasana. Oh, my mat just got blown away. Sorry about that. It was a really windy day today. It was a bit hard to film. And last round, inhale, come into chair pose. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into warrior one. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes to the front of a mat, warrior one, and exhale, lower all the way down or halfway Inhale, cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 breaths. Remember, the weight should be distributed equally between your hands and your legs in downward facing dog at all times. From here, we're gonna do some really nice and juicy core work. Your core will be on fire, but you will thank me later. So inhale, right leg up to the sky, and exhale, right leg to your right tricep. Inhale, right leg up, and exhale to your left tricep. Inhale, right leg up, and exhale, bring it to the middle. Inhale up, and to the right tricep. Inhale up, and exhale to your left arm. Inhale up, and bring it to the middle, round your spine. Last round, inhale up, and exhale, right tricep. Stay with me here. Inhale up, and exhale, left side. Last time, inhale up, and exhale, bring it towards your nose. Inhale up, and exhale, lower down into a downward facing dog. Good job. Now let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg goes up, and exhale, left tricep. Inhale up, and exhale your right tricep. Inhale up, exhale, round your spine. Inhale up, and exhale, right side. Inhale up, and exhale, touch your left side. Inhale up, and exhale, bring it towards your nose. Great job. Inhale up, and exhale, release to the mat. Inhale, step or jump forward, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come into chair pose, and exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, come into chair pose again, and exhale, flex from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes to the front, warrior one, and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left legs to the front of the mat, warrior one, and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now stay here again for 5 breaths. Remember the alignment. Relax your neck, your spine is neutral. Breathe here and enjoy the benefit of this pose. On the next inhale, you're gonna roll yourself up into a high plank pose, and then you're gonna come down on your elbows into forearm plank, and then up into high plank. And just alternate between low plank and high plank. Do it for a few more rounds. You are always free to come into child's pose if this gets too much for you. I know this is a very intense sequence, so just listen to your body. Now on the next inhale, you can roll yourself back into down dog and exhale here. Inhale, step or jump to the front of your mat, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come into chair pose, and exhale, Tadasana. Well done. Inhale, come into chair pose again, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine, and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up to the sky, and exhale, come into high lunge. Engage your legs here. Make sure that your heel is just above your back toes. You can look up if you want to, in between your hands, or just look in front of you. Now stay here for one more breath. Inhale. And exhale, come into warrior one pose. Now here your back foot is in 45-degree angle. Your inner thighs are engaged. Your glutes are engaged. And you can look forward or in between your hands again. Now inhale here and exhale, take a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg goes up, and exhale, come into high lunge. Remember your back heel, if possible, is right above your back toes. Look up if you can, or just stay and look in front of you. Your thighs and legs are active and engaged. Stay here and breathe. And on the next exhale, come into Warrior One pose. Remember to square your hips in Warrior One. Your back foot is in 45-degree angle and your inner thighs are engaged. Now inhale here and exhale, come into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. You can now come into child's pose, rest your arms beside you, and take 5 breaths here. Feel how it feels in your body. Feel the benefits of the practice that you have just done, and prepare yourself mentally for some more juicy core work. Now, on the next inhale, you can come up into downward facing dog and take 5 breaths in down dog. Stay here and breathe. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, pull your heels towards the floor, towards the mat energetically. Inhale, step or jump to the front of the mat, and exhale, fold forward. Now stay here in Uttanasana, forward fold, for 5 breaths again. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold deeper. Always long spine in Uttanasana. One last inhale and exhale, lower yourself down onto the floor. Now you can come into boat pose, Navasana, and do toe taps, 10 on each side. Stay here and breathe, engage your core. After you've done 10 taps on each side, you can come into Navasana and stay here either with bent or straight legs. Keep your spine straight. Your spine is what is most important here, is not whether your legs are straight or bent. Breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Bring your legs down towards the mat and come into downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step or jump to the front of your mat and sit on your sit bones. You're going to come into Baddha Konasana. You're going to put the soles of your feet together and get hold of your big toe with your peace and middle fingers. You can stay here with a straight spine. Or you can take an inhale and on an exhale, lower down towards the floor. Remember to keep your spine long and straight as possible. Stay here and breathe. On an inhale, you lengthen your spine. And on an exhale, you fold deeper into the pose. On the next inhale, you're going to lift yourself up and take vinyasa in your own style. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank and stay here for 5 breaths. Keep your plank strong, keep your core active and engaged. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Come into side plank on your left side. You can stay here or you can lift your left arm up to the sky. You can also lift your left leg arm, or you can grab hold of your left big toe with your peace and middle finger, and stay here for 5 breaths, whichever option works for you. You can see I'm a little wobbly today, so it's not my best side plank, but I'm trying nevertheless. Now come into a plank again and do it on the other side. Either stay in a normal side plank or lift your arm and leg up to the sky, or grab hold of your toe with your left peace and middle finger and stay here and breathe. One last inhale and exhale. Lower yourself down in Chaturanga or on your knees and come into downward facing dog. Stay in down dog. Remember the alignment again. Now from here you're going to come onto your knees, clasp your hands in front of you and come into dolphin pose. So lift your sit bones to the sky. Walk your feet closer to your elbows and you can either stay here and breathe, or you can do dolphin push-ups with me. So on an inhale, you're gonna lower your chin towards the floor, and on an exhale, you're gonna lift your sit bones to the sky. Do 10 rounds of dolphin push-ups if you can. If it's too much for you, child pose is always an option. Remember that. Do not push yourself further than what your body is ready for. Now take an inhale here and exhale, lower your knees to the floor. Come into child's pose with your arms resting next to your body. And just rest and take a break. On the next inhale, you can come into downward facing dog and do a vinyasa in your own style. Meet me in downward facing dog again. From here, you can step or jump forward into malasana or yogic squat. Keep your back straight and your elbows are pushing towards your knees. Stay here for 5 breaths. On each inhalation, you lengthen your spine, and each exhalation, you come deeper into the pose. Now from here, we're going to try to experiment with coming to crow pose. So you're going to lift yourself up from malasana, put your knees into your elbows, and put all of the weight into your arms. You can stay here if crow pose is not in your practice and just gain strength. Or if you want to come with me, you can try to lift your toes off the floor and balance on your forearms. This is a very intense and difficult practice, so please just listen to your body. Next, you can do a vinyasa in your own style again. And meet me in downward facing dog. Good job. On the next inhale, you're going to come into plank pose and stay in a strong, active plank for 5 breaths. Now take an inhale here and an exhale. Slowly lower yourself down onto the mat and come into locust pose. So your arms are resting next to your body. And on the next inhale, you're going to lift your legs and your arms off the floor. And stay here. Inhale, lift yourself higher. And exhale, stay. Your legs are together. Exhale, lower yourself down to the floor. You can Make a pillow with your palms and just wiggle your hips from side to side to release your lower back. And next, you're gonna come into bow pose. If you're very flexible and advanced in your practice, you can grab your ankles from the inside, or otherwise, you can also use a strap or a belt and wrap it around your ankles and just grab the straps into your hands and come up into bow pose. Inhale, lift your legs and your upper body off the mat and stay here. Remember to engage your glutes to protect your lower back and enjoy this juicy back bend. You can release yourself onto the mat again. Rest on your palms and wiggle your hips from side to side. Now on the next inhale, you're gonna come slowly up into downward facing dog. Exhale here and inhale into plank and do a vinyasa in your own style. Meet me in downward facing dog and then come into seated position. Here you're gonna sit on your sit bones. Your legs are straight in front of you. Your feet are flexed. Inhale, lift your arms to the sky. And exhale, fold over your extended legs with a straight spine. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold deeper. Now stay here for a few breaths. Each inhalation, your spine lengthens, and each exhalation, fold deeper. Remember that your feet are flexed and your legs are active. And stay here for one more breath. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold deeper. Next inhalation, come all the way up to seated position. And open your legs to 90 to 120 degree angle. Now inhale, your left arm comes next to your left shin and your right arms comes up to the sky. And you can try to reach your left foot with your right arm, but you don't necessarily go all the way. You see how far you can go. At least energetically, your right arm is seeking towards your left foot. Now on the next inhale, you're gonna lift yourself towards the middle and exhale here. Inhale, let's do the other side. So your right arm is placed next to your right shin and your left arm is seeking towards your right foot. Now stay here and breathe. And again, see how far you can come, how close you can come. Now on the next inhale, gonna come to the middle again and close your legs on an exhale. Inhale, bend your right knee and bring it towards your chest. Bring your right arm behind you. Inhale, left arm goes up. And exhale, you can either hug your right knee or place your arm on the outside of your right thigh for a deeper twist. Now stay here for 5 breaths. On each inhalation, you lengthen your spine, and each time you exhale, you twist deeper. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist deeper. Now next inhalation, come to the middle and release your right leg to the mat. Now let's repeat on the other side. So your left knee goes towards your chest and you either hug your left knee with your right arm or place your right arm outside of your left thigh and twist deeper. Now stay here and breathe. Lengthen your spine on an inhale and twist deeper on each exhalation. Now on your next inhalation, you're gonna bring your arms up and to the middle. Release your leg to the floor and stay here in Dandasana staff pose. Your arms are actively pushing towards the floor. Your feet are flexed and active. Stay here and breathe and lower yourself down onto your mat. Now from here you're gonna come into bridge pose. So place your heels as close to your hips as possible. You can either hold your ankles from the outside if that is accessible to you, or just place your hands onto the mat and push while you lift your hips up towards the sky. You can also interlace your fingers behind you for a deeper shoulder opening. And stay here. Choose the variation that suits your body. Each inhalation, you lift yourself higher. Your glutes are engaged. Your inner thighs are burning. And then on an exhalation, you lower yourself down to the floor. You can windshield wipe your legs from side to side to release your spine and lower back. Now from here you can come to lay down on your back and come into fish pose. So bring the crown of your head on top of the mat. You can either stay here if that is how far you can go, or you can lift your arms and your legs off the mat and stay here and breathe. This is a more active pose for your core, but also very intense, so no worries if it's not accessible to you. On the next exhale, can you lower yourself down onto the floor and come into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining bound angle pose. The soles of your feet are together and your knees are falling to each their side. Now this is a really good pose for your lower back, to release it after all of the back bends we just did. Stay here and breathe. On the next inhale, you can close your legs like a book and come into happy baby pose. Your feet are perpendicular to the ceiling and your knees are energetically drawing towards the mat. Stay here and enjoy this juicy, restorative pose for a few more breaths. You can now start to lower your legs down onto the mat and come into a supine twist. So inhale, bring your knees towards your chest, and exhale, twist to your right side. Right arm is resting on your left knee and you look towards your left side. On each inhalation, you lengthen your spine, and each exhalation, you twist deeper into the pose. Make sure that your left shoulder stays on the ground and doesn't lift. Inhale, bring your knees to the middle, and exhale, twist towards the left side and look to your right. Your left arm is resting onto your right knee to deepen the twist. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, bring your knees to the middle, and exhale, lower your legs onto the floor. Now you're ready for the final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Stay here as long as you can. Relax your body and rest. Thank you for joining me on this practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it has been very intense, but I promise you, it's a very effective sequence. Namaste.